Alright, we're back with another video. It's been a little while since I've done a car feature, but I think it was going to be worth the wait because today we're working with, as the title suggests, a very special car, the GT3 Touring. Boy, it is clean in here.
Slide that back.
Oh, I've got plenty of space. Alright, so Jan, thanks for meeting me today.
Yes, sir.
This car is beautiful. Tell me a little bit more about yourself and this Porsche and what drew you to Porsche and your Porsche history if you've got one.
Well, I'm an old man, so I had a lot of history with cars going back to, I've had 50s vintage cars, 60s vintage cars, 70s, 80s, 90s.
Okay.
But
anything like notable that was...
I guess you'd call it that, was a Merkur XR4 Ti back in the 80s. Mm-hmm. And that was the first time we really had enough money to justify buying a car that was, more than just a stripper.
Sure.
Stripper Ford or Mercury. Sure. That was really fun to drive. And so nice. I kind of thought, wow, what's the next step, from this?
Yep.
My wife and I decided, let's lease one. And we got the Boxster versus a Cayman because my wife likes convertibles. Sure. I don't, but that was
compromise.
That was a compromise.
That's what makes a marriage work, right? Okay.
So I thought, wow, this is great. And then we decided to move up to a 911 because that was the halo car, and that was what I was hoping, would eventually be able to get. So we bought a 997.1 Carrera 2S.
Okay.
And I had that for 8 years.
Nice.
So
good long run.
8 years up until I got this.
Okay.
And this was just built in January, so it's a 19.
Well, why choose this? This was just, it was everything a GT3 was, minus the flash wing and everything else. So what drew you to this guy? Well,
I was more about subtle, and I'd read that the 911R was such a massively popular car, and they went back to a standard transmission and naturally aspirated engine, and my gut feeling was that these aren't going to be available that much longer. PDK is going to be it. Sure. Turbocharging is going to be it because of emissions and everything else.
Yep.
So I thought this might be my last chance to get standard transmission, naturally aspirated. It's a brand new 4-liter engine. Mm-hmm. So this is one you get buried in. I felt.
So you're planning to hold on to this for the long term?
I'm not a flipper. Never have been. Never will be. So.
And now that you own it. And is it everything that you thought it would be? And tell me.
So this one, the biggest difference was, the shifter and everything feels just like my 997.
Yeah.
No big change there. The goofiest thing is the noise level. The noise level inside this thing is unbelievable. It's outrageous, really.
It's to the obnoxious level for you. Is that?
It's getting there to the point where I'm carrying earplugs because in the audio system you might as well not have.
Right.
I will say this: if you get in 6th gear and you're just kind of cruising along, you can actually listen to the radio and so forth.
Okay.
But after 5-6 hour drive, you get fatigue.
Right. Have you driven a GT3 with the wing, the standard GT3?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not. But my understanding is from people that drive them back to back, the wing actually has more soundproofing in it than the Touring does. Huh. Which seems backwards.
Right.
You'd think that
You'd think this would be a little more subtle.
Yeah.
Noise-wise, yeah.
Yeah. So that's that was the only surprise. But as far as the driving dynamics, like this has rear wheel steering. My Carrera does not.
Right.
I picked up on that immediately. The first time I drove this, I went, wow.
Just on the street you're talking to.
Oh yeah, you just think about turning and you're turning. You can just feel it. You can feel the back end pivot, but that makes a huge difference. So if I was going to order a new Porsche and rearward steering was an option, I'd get it.
You would?
I'd tick that box because it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, I had just drove a GT3 RS not long ago, 997, and I just couldn't believe how not only how high the red line is, but how fast it revs out there.
Yeah,
because you got to be careful, and I'm guessing it's similar to this. Is like it's just you're pegging it before you even.
Yeah,
you've got to be just ready to go to the next gear.
You'll bounce off a red line,
or else you'll be bouncing red line and potentially going over the those rev limits. So, well, let's go for a drive.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Awesome. I mean, you can hear how much noise it wants.
You can hear the valves open and turning.
Right. I mean, you can just, but like that drivetrain noise that you're talking about is very evident. It's very much there. We have our windows down, obviously.
With the windows down. And now remember, I got 50 pounds of insulation back here too.
I'm actually curious to see what it sounds like with the windows up. Yeah, I mean, in sixth gear, she calms right down then. Oh yeah, you could get used to that. And I'm not even like we said for the video here, we're not going over 7,000 RPMs because the motor's not broken in yet, and
we are not in Mexico.
We're not in Mexico, so we're not wanting to do anything bad to the motor. Yeah, 4th to 5th. Is that what you said before?
Yeah.
It's a little,
it's a little notchy. It just needs some breaking in. I don't think it's at the, before I put a short shift kit on or something, I would get some more miles racked up on it.
Sure. Yeah, I'm feeling for that rear steer, and I think I am noticing it. I don't think I've driven a car with rear steer.
Yeah, if you go right from one that has it to one that doesn't, or vice versa, it's really noticeable.
Yeah, I think without taking it on a track to really explore where those limits are and just the dynamics of that whole rear steer thing, we're only getting a taster with this little drive, but you can tell it is dynamically just very well engineered.
Yeah. Well, it kind of has the effect of creating a mid-engine car and a rear-engine car.
Right.
That makes sense.
Well, I mean, they've engineered their way away from all the bad side effects of a rear engine.
In the back, exactly. Yeah.
And it'll actually be curious. I am curious. Their new GT3, whatever RSR, their race car right now. That car is a mid-engine, essentially.
Yeah.
So I guess time will tell if they're going to move that motor right to where the rear seats are, or not. Corvette just did it.
Right. C8.
Yeah, it's a nice ride. I just like the 911 because you've got all the dynamics there, you've got the speed there, but practicality. I mean, the reason I have my Cayman is it's so practical still.
Yeah.
You've got a full trunk in the front that is like I can put 2 carry-on luggage bags up there, and I can fit my generator in there. And you've got the rear seat. On a 911, it's a little harder to access, but than a Cayman because you can just open the hatch. But still, you've got a lot of cargo space behind the seats. Like, visibility is great.
And all the heritage that's associated with the car.
Sure.
They do a great job of marketing.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not all just marketing. I mean, it lives up to its reputation. Do you drive this thing regularly, or just on special occasions, or?
No, I drive it regularly. It's got full wrap, so I'm good with parking it, and it's and it's really the thing I was looking for was low profile. So GT silver, no wing.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't get noticed very much.
Right.
Take a right.
Why do you think I put that wrap on my car?
So I wanted to stay subtle.
Have you let anyone else drive this thing besides you yet?
You're the first.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for trusting me. Yeah, I just feel like once it starts to turn in, it just wants to do it harder and more.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm not even getting close to where this thing could limit on these turns. What's the experience like for the first time from the passenger seat?
One of trust your driver.
One of sheer terror.
Hope a flock of turkeys doesn't decide to walk across.
Or a deer, yeah.
That happened right here once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw one not far from your house when I was driving
yeah,
in.
they're all over the place.
Wow, what a fun car.
Parting is such sweet sorrow, Jack.
Thank you very much for the ride. It's been excellent.
I appreciate
Car is beautiful, and yeah, I wish you many happy miles to come.
It's a treat it's a privilege to own this. It really is. It really is. So.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you're going to own it long term. So we'll look for those miles ahead.
All right.
Thanks.
Sounds good. Thanks, sir.